As we step into 2025, we are all faced with an opportunity to focus not just on the world around us, but on the most important person in our lives, ourselves. In a world that constantly demands more of us, more attention, more productivity, more connections, it is easy to forget that true growth begins with self-awareness, self-care, and self-leadership. In 2025, the key to success is not about chasing external validation or comparing ourselves to others. Instead, it is about becoming the best version of ourselves, which starts with a deep understanding of who we are and what we truly want. This is not about being selfish, but about recognizing that in order to contribute meaningfully to the world, we must first ensure that we are strong, centered, and in alignment with our own values and purpose. Clarity of purpose is not just about setting goals or achieving success. It's about having a clear understanding of who you are and what you want from life. It's about knowing the why behind everything you do. When you have clarity of purpose, your actions are guided by a deep sense of meaning and direction. Without it, you risk drifting through life, reacting to the demands of the world without understanding where you're truly headed. In 2025, more than ever, we are overwhelmed by external noise. The world is filled with distractions, social media, news cycles, and the endless comparisons to others' lives. These distractions can pull us in every direction, leaving us uncertain about where to focus our energy. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to get lost in this noise, to follow someone else's version of success, or to live according to society's expectations instead of our own. Clarity of purpose, however, gives us a sense of inner peace and confidence. When we understand what we stand for and what we hope to achieve, we no longer have to constantly question our decisions. Each choice we make becomes a reflection of our values, a step toward our goals. It acts as a filter, helping us sift through the noise and determine what truly deserves our attention. When your purpose is clear, you know exactly what to say yes to, and just as importantly, what to say no to. You are no longer at the mercy of every opportunity that comes your way or every request that is made of you. Instead, you make decisions based on your deeper vision of who you are and where you're going. This type of clarity doesn't just streamline your decisions, it helps you to conserve your energy for what matters most. You can focus your time and resources on the things that will truly move you forward, rather than getting caught up in activities or goals that don't align with your purpose. Having clarity also helps you to remain focused in the face of adversity. Life, as we know, is full of challenges. There will be times when things don't go according to plan, when obstacles appear to block your path. It's in these moments that your purpose becomes your guiding light. When things get tough, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and feel like giving up. But with clarity of purpose, you can remember why you started in the first place. It gives you the strength to persevere, to push through setbacks, and to stay committed to the vision you have for your life. Your purpose acts as your North Star, constantly reminding you of what you're working toward, even when the journey gets difficult. Moreover, clarity of purpose enhances your focus and productivity. In a world where distractions are everywhere, it's easy to fall into a pattern of busyness without being truly productive. But when you have a clear sense of purpose, you naturally prioritize tasks that align with that purpose. You become intentional with your time, investing it only in activities that contribute to your long-term vision. This leads not only to more efficient work, but to a greater sense of fulfillment, as you can see how your efforts are directly connected to the bigger goals you care about. Resilience is the foundation upon which we build our capacity to handle the inevitable challenges life throws our way. It is the ability not only to endure hardship, but to grow from it. In 2025, as we continue navigating an increasingly complex and uncertain world, building resilience has become more critical than ever. The world is unpredictable, and it will test us in ways we can't anticipate. But how we respond to adversity, how we choose to rise above it, determines our ability to move forward and continue pursuing our goals. At its core, resilience is about mental, emotional, and physical strength. It is about developing the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to face difficult circumstances without losing sight of our long-term goals. Resilience is not a trait we are born with. It's something we build through our experiences, decisions, and attitudes. And in 2025, the time to build it is now. One of the first steps to building resilience is learning how to manage and reframe adversity. Life will never be free of challenges, whether personal, professional, or societal. But what we often forget is that challenges are not roadblocks, they are opportunities in disguise. Resilience comes from understanding that hardships are temporary and that every obstacle is a chance to learn and grow. When we face difficulties, instead of seeing them as threats, we can choose to view them as lessons, opportunities to build strength, gain wisdom, and become more capable for future challenges. A key component of resilience is the ability to maintain a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity. This does not mean ignoring the reality of difficult situations or pretending everything is fine. It means choosing to focus on what we can control, finding meaning in struggle, and taking proactive steps toward overcoming the obstacle. A resilient person doesn't allow a setback to define their future. They use it as fuel to propel them forward. They shift their mindset from "I can't do this" to "this is tough, but I can learn, adapt, and overcome." Another critical aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, our ability to manage our emotions becomes a crucial tool. When we encounter adversity, it's easy to become overwhelmed by fear, anger, frustration, or sadness. These emotions are natural, but they can be paralyzing if we let them take control. Building emotional resilience involves developing strategies to process these emotions in a healthy way, so they do not cloud our judgment or decision-making. This might include practices like mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or seeking support from others. By learning to regulate our emotions, we can maintain clarity and focus even in the midst of turmoil. Physical resilience also plays a key role in how we handle stress and adversity. Our physical health directly impacts our mental and emotional well-being. In order to build resilience, it's important to prioritize self-care, whether through regular exercise, proper nutrition, sleep, or relaxation techniques. When our bodies are strong and well cared for, we are better equipped to handle the physical demands that come with stress. Physical resilience also involves learning to rest and recharge. Resilience is not just about pushing through tough times, it's about knowing when to pause, recover, and give ourselves the energy we need to keep moving forward. Moreover, resilience thrives in community. No one is truly resilient on their own. Building a network of supportive relationships is essential to navigating adversity. Resilience is not only about individual strength, it's about being able to lean on others when needed and offering your strength to others in return. Surrounding ourselves with people who uplift, encourage, and challenge us allows us to build a deeper reservoir of resilience. In difficult times, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles can make all the difference. These relationships provide us with different perspectives, emotional support, and practical advice that help us see beyond our immediate challenges and keep moving toward our goals. An often overlooked aspect of resilience is the importance of maintaining a sense of purpose. When we have a clear sense of direction and a reason for pushing through hardships, we are more likely to persist in the face of adversity. Purpose gives us a reason to keep going. Even when the road gets tough, it acts as an anchor in the storm, reminding us that our struggles are not meaningless, but part of a bigger journey. In 2025, resilience will be directly tied to how clearly we can articulate our why and how committed we are to our personal missions. Building resilience also requires the ability to embrace failure as part of the journey. The fear of failure can often paralyze us from taking risks or making bold moves, but failure is not the end, it is an inevitable part of growth. Each failure is a stepping stone, a moment of learning and self-reflection. Resilient individuals do not fear failure, they welcome it as an opportunity to refine their approach, adjust their strategies, and come back stronger. In fact, the most resilient people are often the ones who have failed the most but have learned how to rise again each time. As we enter 2025, the importance of resilience cannot be overstated. Life will continue to challenge us in unexpected ways, but it is not the challenges that define us, it is how we respond to them. The key to building resilience is not about avoiding difficulties, but about developing the skills, mindset, and support systems necessary to navigate them with grace, strength, and determination. In the face of adversity, resilience allows us to keep our eyes on the bigger picture. It is the quality that allows us to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. And when we build resilience, we are not only able to survive the challenges that life throws at us, we are able to thrive because of them. Every setback becomes an opportunity for growth, and every difficulty becomes a lesson in strength. So as we enter this new year, take the time to invest in your resilience. Strengthen your mindset, care for your body, nurture your relationships, and embrace your purpose. In doing so, you will not only build the ability to handle the challenges that lie ahead, but also create a foundation upon which you can continue to grow and flourish no matter what 2025 brings. This version of building resilience dives deeply into the various facets of resilience: mental, emotional, physical, and relational, and shows how each aspect contributes to our overall ability to overcome adversity and grow stronger. In 2025, one of the most valuable aspects of our lives will be the relationships we cultivate. But these relationships will not be just about surface level interactions or the number of connections we have. The relationships that truly matter, the ones that provide us with the strength, joy, and fulfillment we need to navigate this complex world, are authentic relationships, those that are rooted in honesty, trust, vulnerability, and mutual respect. In a time when social media profiles often serve as substitutes for face-to-face interactions, and when we are constantly bombarded by external expectations and influences, it's easy to lose sight of what makes a relationship truly meaningful. Authentic relationships are not about maintaining appearances or living up to ideals. They are about being real, being seen for who we truly are, and offering the same in return. The foundation of an authentic relationship is trust. Trust is the bedrock upon which all meaningful connections are built. Without trust, any relationship is hollow and fragile. Trust doesn't come overnight. It's something that must be nurtured over time. It's built through consistency, reliability, and showing up for one another in both good times and bad. When you trust someone, you feel safe enough to be vulnerable with them, to share your thoughts, dreams, and even fears without the fear of judgment or rejection. And when someone trusts you, it means they believe in your integrity, that you will be there for them when they need you the most. Vulnerability is another critical element of authentic relationships. It's often seen as a weakness in today's world, where strength and perfection are so highly valued. But vulnerability is actually a powerful strength. It is the courage to show up as our true selves, flaws and all. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we give others the opportunity to connect with us on a deeper level. We break down the walls of surface level interaction and create space for real, meaningful connection. Vulnerability fosters empathy as it encourages others to open up as well, creating a safe space for mutual understanding and emotional intimacy. Moreover, authentic relationships are built on open, honest communication. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to settle for shallow, transactional conversations where we say what we think others want to hear rather than speaking our truth. But authentic relationships require a level of honesty that goes beyond simple exchanges of pleasantries. Honest communication is about being able to express our true feelings, desires, and concerns without fear of conflict or rejection. It's about being willing to listen without judgment and responding with understanding, even when the conversation is difficult. When we engage in this type of communication, we strengthen our relationships by creating an environment where both parties feel heard, valued, and respected. Another key aspect of authentic relationships is mutual respect. Respect means recognizing and honoring the boundaries, values, and needs of others. It involves listening without interruption, valuing differing perspectives, and understanding that each person is entitled to their own experiences and emotions. When we respect others, we create a space where they can be themselves without fear of criticism or manipulation. We allow them the freedom to express their thoughts and feelings without imposing our own agenda. Mutual respect fosters a sense of equality in relationships where both individuals are seen as valuable, not as one being superior to the other. In such relationships, power dynamics are balanced, and both people are free to grow, evolve, and support one another. Authentic relationships also require patience and understanding. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, it can be challenging to slow down and invest time in building deep connections. But meaningful relationships take time. They require effort, energy, and a willingness to show up for one another, even when things aren't perfect. Patience means giving people the space to be themselves, allowing them to make mistakes and learn from them. It means understanding that no one is perfect, including ourselves, and being willing to extend grace when things don't go as planned. When we practice patience in our relationships, we allow them the time they need to develop into something real and enduring. A key part of building authentic relationships is learning how to give and receive support. In these relationships, we are not just there to take, we are there to give. This might mean offering a listening ear when someone is going through a tough time, providing help when it's needed, or simply showing kindness and empathy. Support goes beyond material assistance. It's about emotional availability, showing up for one another in moments of joy and sorrow. But authentic relationships are reciprocal, meaning that support is given and received in equal measure. It's not about keeping score. It's about being present and offering what we can, knowing that when we need support, others will be there for us as well. Authenticity in relationships also involves embracing differences. True connection doesn't require that we agree on everything or live identical lives. It's about respecting and appreciating the uniqueness of others. We all come from different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences, and it is these differences that make relationships rich and multifaceted. When we are willing to embrace diversity in thought, perspective, and experience, we deepen our relationships. Instead of seeking to change others to fit our own narrative, we learn from them, growing together in the process. Authentic relationships are those where differences are not seen as obstacles, but as opportunities for learning and connection. Another aspect of authentic relationships is the ability to grow together. These relationships are not static. They evolve as we grow and change. Whether in friendships, romantic relationships, or professional connections, authentic relationships allow for growth. As individuals, we are constantly learning, adapting, and evolving. An authentic relationship supports this evolution. It allows each person the space to change, explore new paths, and pursue their own personal growth. These relationships celebrate progress rather than holding on to past versions of ourselves. When we surround ourselves with people who encourage our growth and do the same for us, we create an environment of mutual support and continuous improvement. Personal growth is not just a process, it is a lifelong journey, a continuous path of self-discovery, learning, and transformation. In 2025, more than ever before, the emphasis on personal growth will be paramount as we navigate a world of change, uncertainty, and constant innovation. Personal growth is not about reaching a destination, but about continually evolving, adapting, and expanding the boundaries of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. It is about moving forward with purpose, constantly striving to become the best version of ourselves. At its core, personal growth is about understanding who we are at our deepest level, our values, our strengths, our passions, and our purpose. It begins with self-awareness, the ability to reflect on ourselves and our experiences with clarity and honesty. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which personal growth is built, because it allows us to identify our areas of strength and areas where we may need improvement. Without understanding ourselves, we cannot fully understand what needs to change, what needs to be nurtured, or what needs to be embraced in our lives. Personal growth begins with the simple but powerful act of looking inward. In 2025, there will be an increasing need for individuals to become deeply introspective, to pause and reflect on what truly matters to them, and to take intentional action toward achieving it. This requires the courage to be vulnerable with ourselves, to admit where we are not yet where we want to be, and to be willing to make the changes necessary to reach that next level. Growth is not always comfortable. It often involves confronting our fears, letting go of old habits, and stepping outside our comfort zones. But it is in this discomfort that the seeds of growth are planted. A key aspect of personal growth is developing a growth mindset, the belief that we can improve, develop new skills, and learn from our mistakes. This mindset is crucial for our evolution as individuals. When we adopt a growth mindset, we see challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as insurmountable obstacles. We understand that failure is not a reflection of our abilities, but a natural part of the learning process. Every setback becomes a lesson, and every difficulty becomes an invitation to grow stronger and more capable. A growth mindset fosters resilience, curiosity, and determination, the very qualities that propel us forward on our journey of personal development. Building new skills is another important facet of personal growth. In 2025, the ability to continually learn and adapt will be essential to success, both personally and professionally. We live in a world where technology, innovation, and industries are evolving at a rapid pace. The skills that were valuable yesterday may not be enough for tomorrow. Therefore, personal growth requires a commitment to lifelong learning. Whether it's developing new technical abilities, expanding our emotional intelligence, improving our communication skills, or mastering a new language or hobby, the act of learning fuels our growth and opens up new possibilities. By making learning a central part of our lives, we ensure that we are always progressing and preparing ourselves for the opportunities that lie ahead. Personal growth also involves developing emotional intelligence, the ability to understand, manage, and express our emotions in healthy ways, as well as the ability to recognize and influence the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence is crucial for building meaningful relationships, making informed decisions, and handling life's challenges with grace. It is an essential skill for leadership, both in professional settings and personal lives. Emotional intelligence allows us to cultivate self-regulation, empathy, and social awareness, helping us to navigate complex social situations with understanding and compassion. As we grow emotionally, we become better equipped to handle stress, resolve conflicts, and support others in their own growth journeys. Another important aspect of personal growth is developing self-discipline, the ability to stay focused on our goals, take consistent action, and resist the temptation to give up when things get tough. Personal growth requires a strong sense of discipline and the ability to set clear, achievable goals. But setting goals alone is not enough. To truly grow, we must consistently put in the work, making progress each day, even if the steps are small. Self-discipline is what enables us to keep moving forward, even when our motivation wanes or when distractions threaten to pull us off course. It is the practice of showing up for ourselves day in and day out with dedication and commitment. Moreover, personal growth involves cultivating a sense of gratitude and positivity. While the world around us may sometimes be filled with uncertainty or challenges, a positive outlook allows us to focus on the good in our lives and approach problems with optimism. Gratitude helps us to appreciate what we have, rather than focusing on what we lack. It shifts our mindset from scarcity to abundance, making us more resilient in the face of adversity. When we practice gratitude, we open our hearts to joy, contentment, and peace, even in the most challenging of circumstances. Personal growth also means developing a sense of purpose, a clear understanding of why we do what we do. Purpose provides us with direction and motivation, especially when the journey feels long or uncertain. When we have a purpose, we are more likely to stay committed to our goals, even when faced with obstacles or distractions. Purpose gives our lives meaning and drives us to contribute to something greater than ourselves. It is the fuel that keeps us going when we encounter setbacks, reminding us of the bigger picture and inspiring us to keep moving forward. In 2025, Personal growth will not only be about advancing our individual goals, but also about making a positive impact on the world around us. Growth isn't just for our own benefit. It's also about using our strengths, skills, and knowledge to contribute to the well-being of others. By becoming the best version of ourselves, we not only improve our own lives, but we inspire and uplift those around us. Personal growth is not a solitary endeavor. It's an interconnected journey that has the potential to create ripple effects that extend far beyond us. As we grow, we create the conditions for others to grow as well, creating a cycle of shared development and positive change.